Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Grade 8 Events. I'm your host, Delaney Hall. Happy almost Easter. We have a lot of fun events, especially geared towards Easter and of course for families this weekend. So I want to just hop right into it. The big event that we are featuring this week is Easter on Parade. If you're not familiar, this happens Easter Sunday down on Monument Avenue in Richmond. It's been a tradition for more than 50 years here in Richmond. I want to bring in some photos. Truly, people come out in their Easter best, people and pets here. You can see we have some pretty incredible hats and bonnets that people come out to celebrate Easter and just be together as a community. You're also going to find live music, vendors, arts and crafts. I hear it's good people watching too. I mean, how could it not be with get-ups like this? And it's very well attended. Over 20,000 people come out to this every year, and they're very excited to be back. You can see some other pretty epic hats there. This is 1 to 5 on Sunday on Monument Avenue between Davis and Allen Avenues. Again, the first one was held in 1973, and it has been a staple here in the Richmond community since then. There's a big conversation this year about whether or not it was actually going to happen. The organizers were trying to find a sponsor. Obviously, they did for this year. Sage Wealth Advisors stepped up to really help put this on. They're the main sponsor this year. There's a bunch of other organizations that are helping as well, but they were the big ones that made sure that it was going to happen this year. On top of the live music, arts and crafts vendors, there's also going to be a people and pet costume contest. That's going to be happening at the stage at Allen and Monument if you would like to participate in that. It is free to come to. You can just walk up and enjoy. The weather is also supposed to be incredible on Sunday for Easter Sunday. But I did speak to Michael Lands. He's president of Historic Monument Avenue, just more about the day and why this event has really stood the test of time and been here for more than 50 years. So let's take a listen.
Vendors, music, everyone on Monument opens their homes, and a lot of people have their own bands. It's just a wonderful celebration.
Yeah, I'm already seeing the small Easter decorations with the Easter bunnies everywhere.
Yes.
So we caught up with him yesterday on Monument Avenue. And I wasn't kidding. Even when you ride down right now, you see little Easter bunnies and little Easter spring decorations. So they are already preparing for their big celebration on Monument Avenue on Sunday. Again, Easter on Parade, 1 to 5 on Sunday, down on Monument Avenue between Davis and North Allen Avenues. Of course, for parking situation, just be mindful that the portion of the road on Monument Avenue is going to be blocked off very early in the morning on Sunday, just so vendors can have time to set everything up. So you won't be able to park on that section between Davis and Allen. So just be mindful if you're headed that way. Maybe ride share if you can, just because they are expecting like 25,000 people. Okay, so that's Easter on Parade. I'm going to keep on chugging along here to our list for Grade 8 events this week. Another Easter event is Dominion Energy Family Easter at the Carriage House Lawn. This is at Maymont on Saturday. So essentially from 9 to 3 on the Carriage House Lawn, they're going to have family activities, crafts, games, live entertainment with 3 stages, food trucks, and of course, photos with the Easter Bunny, because it wouldn't be Easter without photos with the Easter Bunny. All 3 entrances to Maymont will be open for this. You are encouraged to get your tickets in advance and do an advance reservation. So what I mean by that is it's open from 9 to 3. They recommend getting tickets for a certain time. So either 9 to 12 in the morning or 12 to 3, or you can stay the whole time. But just because they are expecting a larger crowd, general admission is going to cost you $5. Children under 1 are free. With each general admission ticket, you will be offered 3 activity tickets. So what I mean by that is there's certain activities that you will need tickets to participate in. Some of them listed here on their website, inflatable sports games, Easter games, bonnet making, planting station, versus other activities that are included in your general admission. So it's Easter Bunny meet and greet, looking at the farm animals, carriage collection, so that kind of thing. So it just really depends on what you want to do. You can buy extra tickets for $2 each, I believe there. So if you want to do more than 3 activities, again, those tickets, you get 3 of each ticket gets you, general admission ticket gets you 3 activity tickets. I think that's the wording I want to use. There is limited free parking. So there is some, not for everyone. So if you can, maybe ride share, that's always a good option, especially in Richmond when you're dealing with a bunch of people and not a lot of parking spots. Wear walking shoes. This is probably not an event you want to wear your high heels to, because depending on where you park, it could be an almost mile walk from the parking lot or where you're dropped off to the carriage house lawn. So just be mindful of that. You can go to maymont.org. I'm going to bring it up right here to check out what's on the activity tickets. This is the column for the activity tickets. So those the 3 tickets that general admission is included with the price, versus you already get all of this on this section with general admission. And I hope I'm explaining that correctly. Again, that's just maymont.org, and you can just look for the big button that says Easter on Parade, and it should bring you there. Chugging right along. It's almost Earth Day. I believe that's April 22nd. And so Science Museum, of course, wants to celebrate Mother Earth. And they are doing that with a lot of activities on Saturday. So from 12 to 5, you can head down to the Science Museum for regular Science Museum things, but they've added a layer now, and they're doing activities for Earth Day. So there's going to be 25 different community partners there, and you can learn about composting, wetlands, native plants, solar power, how to save energy, all these different topics, of course, that are environmentally friendly and helped to preserve our Mother Earth. So it is included with Science Museum admission, which is $10. If you want to check out items and films in the dome part, that's going to be an extra $5 per person to get extra tickets. Remember that the Towers of Tomorrow Lego exhibit is still at the Science Museum. So that's hundreds of thousands of Legos that you can hang out and play with there. So there's a lot more than just the Earth Day activities, if that makes sense, but it's just an added bonus if you want to learn more about how to, help save Mother Earth. Again, general admission is $10. Everyone 2 and under is free. If you want to find the full programming schedule for the Earth Day activities, you can go to smv.org, Science Museum of Virginia.org, smv.org. So that's there. Moving right along, Edgar's Enchanted Garden Family Day at the Poe Museum on Saturday. If you have never been to the Poe Museum, I highly recommend it. It is a very unique spot in Richmond. Now, Edgar Allan Poe, obviously a famous poet, he was not born in Richmond. I believe he's born in Boston, but he spent a lot of his time in Richmond, and so we kind of claim him as one of our own. And he wrote a lot of his famous poems while he was living in Richmond. And I believe the Poe Museum is not actually where he grew up, but I believe it has portions of his home in the museum. I think like the staircase from his childhood home is in the Poe Museum, which is pretty cool. Anyways, on Saturday, the Poe Museum, that cool place I was just talking about, from 10 to 2, they're having free family day. So it's to celebrate National Poetry Month, of course, with him being a famous poet. You'll find crafts, arts, and programming, story time, and it's free for families with children under 18. I don't know if you've seen the forecast. It's also supposed to be gorgeous on Saturday, and they have a really beautiful garden there right in the middle of the museum. So if you have some time and you want to celebrate National Poetry Month, head out to the Poe Museum. All right, last but certainly not least is the Richmond Book Festival at Lois Harrison Jones Elementary School on Saturday. You may have been seeing our promotions and commercials for this on 8 News if you watch. 8 News anchor Deanna Albritton has been in them. She's our little bookworm, and I know she's excited for this. So from Saturday from 11 to 3, you can head out to the elementary school on Maplewood Avenue for this. You'll find live music, bounce houses, face painting, kids activities, concessions, book sales. There's also an online silent auction that you can check out, and essentially all the proceeds from this book festival help support the school's PTA. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year. So if you have a bookworm and you want to find some new books, but also, help out a local PTA, this is a great opportunity to do that. It is free and open to the public. You'll find concessions, book sales, raffle tickets. They have a lot of raffle tickets and different silent auction items that you can purchase. You can purchase it there or in person at the event, there or online. Duh. So different options that you can do if you want to support the Richmond Book Festival. Again, that's Saturday from 11 to 3. I know there are a lot more events happening across Richmond. I think I could probably sit here and probably talk for an hour about all the fun things that are happening. These are just the ones that caught my eye. And of course, we try to keep it family friendly around here. But if you have an event that you would like for us to know about, please let us know. Send us an email at news@wrac.com. We are also doing interviews on 8 News at 9. So if you have an event that you'd like to, be on live TV for, you can send us an email at interview@wrac.com, and we'll kind of figure out if it's a good fit for our show. And of course, if you don't know already, 8 News has an incredible community calendar right on our website. If you go to wrac.com, hit community, under community calendar, we have all of these events listed. It's a really good resource if you want to figure out what's going on in your community or find something to do. I highly recommend that as well. But for now, I will say goodbye, and I hope you have a very happy Easter, and I'll see you next week.